continue on our journey because we have done a few videos on getting strong in the swing, and today I want to focus mainly on the how to get strong until impact, because we talked about getting strong during the bad swing, getting strong during the transition, a little bit in the downswing as well. But until now, the feeling that I didn't really get is that okay, I'm strong at the top, strong at the beginning, but then I want to really feel that I'm strong all the way until impact, that I'm accelerating as fast and as powerfully as I can all the way until impact. And the reason I want to talk about that is because last session, so that was the first session after a week off, so my sensations were way off, but by the end of the session, I started again feeling strong at the top, feeling strong at the beginning of the downswing, and then on the very last few balls, I believe, I started getting the feeling of how I can actually get strong all the way until impact. I didn't do very well in terms of how it looked on camera, but the sensations are there, and I believe I can get there. Because given my level of, let's say, fatigue, but since my body was completely deactivated, I really had a hard time being fast. Now that I've done one full session of speed training, then gym workout yesterday, which have reactivated my body, I think we can get closer to an average of 115 for this session. I don't know. I haven't hit any ball yet, so I don't know how my sensations are actually today. But I think we have a fair shot. And on top of that, as I said, I managed to do 15.6 last session, where I was really, my body wasn't there, because I found this idea of being able to be strong from the top all the way until impact. And I believe if I can repeat that same motion but have my body more prepared to perform, then we can have some very interesting numbers. But as I said, the goal of this week is not to push too hard. 115 is the goal. The idea is, okay, I want to get back to an easy 115 average for the session. The first session was just, okay, get to 115. Today, I would like to try averaging 115 for the session, but even if my body is not completely ready, I think that's going to be fine. My back starts feeling okay, no more soreness. Maybe as I'm eating, I might be still a little bit stiff, but I think I'm more than fine. So anyway, I'm going to talk about that today, on how all the pieces fit together to create a very powerful swing. So that's mainly the thing. But first, we need to start warming up. So let's get to it. Also something, because last session, like, since we had the down the line view, and I mean I knew it with the face on view that my hands were a little bit too high compared to Rory's. So, but with down the line view, you really see it. So what I'm thinking is I'm kind of moving the club horizontally here, where what I might want is once I'm set here and I start loading the hand slightly here, kind of push down with the left arm instead of trying to kind of move the club higher. So so what I mean by that is basically keeping my right hand where it is, but just kind of pushing down like that instead of throwing the club to the right, because that's mainly what I was doing. Is kind of, I'm throwing the club to the right, but then it's like my hand are moving somewhere as fast as the club, and so it doesn't allow for an early set. Where here, when I might want to try, here's the deal. This idea of throwing the club is something that gives me a lot of feeling of power. Where here, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get that power just by trying to set the club. So we'll see about that. But for sure, that's going to allow me to set the club tremendously, I believe. So we'll see. Why do TrackMan? I mean, each time with the wedges, it's like he doesn't want to record. It's weird. Come here, baby. Here we go. Maybe it's going to be better there. So, shift. Just. Okay, that's great to kind of get to that point, but then I really need to create that width and strength at the top. That I mean, that's okay. I'm not feeling it with the wedges, but as we move up in club, that's something to really keep in mind. Also, 123 yard with my 54, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie. So for sure, I'm setting the club faster. I kind of had an issue at the top. Let's move on to another club. This is the TrackMan doesn't record. I don't know where I am. But generally, when the club gets higher, it starts recording better. So we'll see. Move on to 8 iron. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I started posting short form content. Since you're seeing this video 1 week ahead, after the fact, there is probably already quite a lot of videos. So I would really love if you can give me some feedback about those videos. If you like them, if you'd like me to cover some different stuff, don't hesitate. So okay, let's try that. Not quite. So I really feel weird. I don't. Because the issue is, since I'm setting the club, then it's like I'm not able to create the width I want. To feel that strength at the top. Okay. Could do better. I think that's the right path. It's just that probably is fucking with my neural pathway, the habit that I have. So I think this is the right thing. It's just that I need to get used to it. Yeah, much better. Yeah, it's like I need to kind of get used to having the club that much set, which I'm not used to until now. That was a good one, this one. Let's see if I can do it again. Oh, this one was hammered. Also, it starts already getting dark, so I'm going to light up the room. Yeah, because it's raining today. That's also why I'm not outside. Also, because people start getting annoying at the golf, so I think I'm going to just stay there for the remaining of the year. I'm going to hit those balls, the ones that are flying less, with the driver, and keep the bright one only with the iron and maybe 5 wood. Okay, great. We got some decent number with a decent technique. The key thing that I want to fix is kind of my left arm being straight at the top, but maybe since I'm kind of hyperextending my left arm too late, I don't know. That's why I think I really need to kind of get into a hyperextension of the left arm very early. So then when I create the width at the top, I'm already set. Where if the club have too much momentum, then it's difficult for me to kind of keep my arm straight. I don't know. There is something here that I need to figure out. So stay strong at the top. Gonna have to work on that. I'm getting as far as my head iron. I mean, that wasn't the best contact ever either. Okay. So I already start getting hot here. I have to take the hoodie off in not so long. Slightly faster. Here I was trying to focus more on this idea of strength from the top. Because here's the deal. The strength in the backswing is kind of, you create a lot of width here, trying to resist a lot with the right arm, so you can then pump to that left leg. And then, how you feel strong during the transition is you pump that left leg and kind of get wide again with the arm, with the right arm. You transfer the momentum from the left leg to the right arm to stay wide, but you keep the wrist loose, so the leg is actually building. And then this is about kind of transferring that into rotation motion by kind of, the feeling that I get is I'm getting widened and I'm kind of collapsing my right knee, right hips, right elbow, right shoulder in to kind of transfer that momentum that is going here into something that is going more toward impact. And I think if I'm able to kind of do that transition well, I'm going to be able to maintain line a lot longer and transfer the momentum of my left leg all the way to the club and generate a ton of power. That's kind of the whole thing, if you wanted to know. Yeah, but if I do it too quickly, then I'm contacting the ball pretty badly. Yeah, much better. Still a little bit weird, but much better. And slightly faster as well. So, great. Okay, 204. Let's take the video. I mean, it's raining. I thought it was going to be a little bit cold, but apparently not that cold. Especially when you start moving. Okay. Getting the 5 wood. Let's go. So, until now it wasn't obvious how far I'm going to hit today. With the 5 wood, that's always kind of the first club with which I'm going to have a kind of an intuition of how well I'm going to do for the session. But until I hit the driver, of course, I don't know, but 5 wood always give me kind of some insight, let's say. So, roll, and then really pushing down with the left arm, okay, and then you create the width. Okay, so that's a good insight. That's not that fast, that's not slow either. So, okay. Generally when I'm slow with the 5 wood, it's more 102, 103. When I'm really fast and really crushing it, it's more 106, 107. Maybe even 108. So here, it's not there yet. It's not that bad, so let's see. There we go. So that means I'm ready I'm pumped up. I mean, I can't wait for the day where I'm going to break 110 with the 5 wood. Maybe I can. It just, maybe I can if I really want it, but that's not the point. Oh, that was close. That was close, this one. Actually, I went so fast that I missed the ball. Almost. But yeah, it seems that that's really what I was thinking about is actually well, because it allows me to generate more power all the way until impact, so that's great. Okay, that's the fastest I've ever been with my firewood. And we are not breaking 110 already, but we're getting close. Okay, you know what, last one, I just want to try if I can. Just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. Can I break 110 with my firewood? I mean, you see, now that I've done gym workout and already a session, my body are kind of reactivated. So I'm much more closer to what I was doing before getting injured. Okay. Ah yes, I thought it. I knew it. I felt that it was fast. Wow, 111 with a 5-wood. Let's go! Yeah. Okay, so I guess we're on a good track here. Let's see how the driver goes. So since that's, I mean, I'm going to see, because if I'm already hitting really far, I'm going to stop hitting those bright one very quickly. But generally, when this is a warm up, I'm not hitting as far, and since it's running anyway, those probably won't go out of the practice range. So I think this is fine. We'll see. Okay, so now it's about, okay, can I translate that feeling of speed that I got? And I think there is two aspects. The fact that I'm setting the club a lot more, I'm creating more lag, and since I'm kind of doing a motion that is able to retain the lag longer, creating more lag and retaining longer generate massive amount of power. I think that's kind of why I've been able to reach that fast here. So. Yeah, didn't feel great this one. Oh. Okay, we're on to the races. 115 first swing. Okay, yeah, my body is back. Definitively back. I thought it was going to be slower, but apparently it's not. Okay, so I'm guessing 115 average shouldn't be that hard. So here's the deal. Here is where you can fuck things up. This is not supposed to be a week where I'm going all out. It's just reactivating. It's almost a deload if I didn't do the week off yesterday. So that's cool that I can get as high. And the goal is 115, so I should be able to hit it pretty comfortably. So here I need to avoid the trap of chasing after speed. That's great, that's awesome, and the only thing I want right now is chase 120. And I should get away from that, okay? Chill, we have a lot more weeks to come to crush the ball and get really fast. That's great. So I'm going to only focus on technique, implement the things that I've been thinking about, just keep hitting balls. Just a ton of balls. I'm going to hit all of them, probably, and just try to work on technique, and really feeling everything is the right place. Okay, here we go. because I'm relaxing a little, I'm getting a little bit slower. But here it was really, I'm focused only on technique, not even trying to go really hard on it. So that's a smooth swing. I cannot do smoother than that, almost. And as I'm getting more comfortable with the technique and so on, and getting a little bit warmer, I think we can get back to 115 without even trying that hard. So let's just chill a little. Yeah, I didn't do a great job in the transition. It's also why it's slow. Okay, slightly faster. Let's continue focusing on the flow of the swing. And generally, even though for now I'm not necessarily needed, but when we get above 120 for the session average, I will need to kind of get myself give 100% of myself. At the moment, I still have some room for improvement, so that's fine. But when you do speed training, you kind of want to have a warm-up phase where you first focus on the flow of the swing. So that's really what I'm doing right now. Just chill. You will get faster. There is a lot of trust in the process when you are doing speed training, because here you see, if for instance I wanted to go for 120 for this session, which actually I think I can, I need to kind of not freak out. I'm seeing 113, so that's really far from my goal. But trusting the process is just, okay, by focusing on the flow of the swing, I'm going to activate things the right way, and then getting more and more efficient with my swing to the point where then when I really go all out, the energy is going to actually translate into speed. And just chill, relax, do just good swings. Focus on activating the right neural pathway. But a little faster here. Yeah, a little faster, though I didn't put more energy. I just chill. But since the swing is becoming more and more efficient, and more relaxed, my muscle fibers start activating. Slowly I'm going to gain speed without exhausting myself in terms of energy. I stay relaxed, same 60-70% swing energy, but being more and more efficient, ramping up speed by improving the efficiency of the swing. There we go. Almost 114. As I said, we are going to get back slowly to that 115, but the difference in energy is like, at the beginning of the session I was somewhere between 80-85%. Here I'm more like 60-70. I think this one, if I had to give an exact number, was 72%. But yeah, I know that's oddly specific. Yeah, much more straight this one. Yeah, focus a little too much on the shape here, trying to get back in, and so I was focused on the technique rather than just the flow of the swing. So I wasted energy thinking about the technique and not just swinging the club. See, that's just the difference, slight difference here. And here I focus more on the feeling of strength, which led me to get a little faster. Because for me, I think this is really about that. Okay, do I feel strong? If I feel strong, it means that I am strong. during the swing, and I can't produce speed. If I feel weak, I can't produce that much speed. Now if I focus on getting strong all the way until impact, not to say more energy, but just feeling that strength. Okay, yeah, I felt the strength on the way down, but I forgot the strength on the way up. I need to, to have a swing that's very efficient, I need to feel strength throughout the whole swing. Because if I just focus on one part, then the other part don't work. Okay, great. The issue with that is that forces me to raise a little my energy level. Otherwise, I don't feel that strength. Okay, we go. Wanna focus both on strong at the top, strong in the transition, strong in the downswing. And even here I wasn't anyway. What I really want to know is if my left arm is great. I'm not sure about that. So. Okay, I think it was slightly better here. Kind of felt my left arm kind of hyperextend on the way back. I think I'm still a little flat, like my arm are a little low, but probably much better. We'll see about the right height later. If at least I can get to that nice hyperextension of the left arm, that would be great. So we're going to go for about, I think, 50 balls. 50 balls, I think is going to be fine. And then we'll move on to the speed stick. I'm hitting some kind of stinger here. The ball doesn't go really high. I know it's that the wind that is bringing it down. Maybe it's the fact that I'm building more lag. Also, I'm kind of having, the dynamic. You see the dynamic loft. Usually, I'm kind of more 13, 14. So here it's kind of great, which is still a little bit high though. So I would like a higher launch angle. I mean, I don't know how. Actually, that's something I don't know. What should be this dynamic loft at impact compared to normal loft for two players? I don't know. Generally, you see that they have their hand a little forward, but you hit a little bit up on the ball. So I don't know. I mean, as long as I'm kind of close to, it should be fine. Yeah, start feeling some great stuff here. Anyway, let's continue with the ones that are flying a lot less. I'm really trying to kind of chill here, not going after things that hard, because that's kind of the risk here. Because if I really want it, I think I got some mile an hour on the belt here. Okay. It's not that. I mean, that's probably because I'm chilling, so I kind of had a hard time now getting tense. But that was a good drive. See, I'm more like this one on 15 degrees of loft. I didn't do the right motion. Let's try to do it right then. Yep. Strong at the top, strong in the transition, strong in the downswing. Boom, we got some speed. Without even trying that hard. Okay, that was a shitty one. Yeah, the rain definitively makes the ball fly less. Hello, little bird. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's try to put a little bit more energy because I feel that the fact that I'm chilling too much, it's like I can't even activate the right motion. So to activate the right motion, I actually need a little bit more energy. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not able to. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel that right. Okay. Much better, I guess. Okay, that's a decent speed. The flow of the swing was great. That's what I mean. The flow of the swing felt great. I feel so relaxed here. That's great. That's great. Feeling great. Yeah, I created trance, but I was kind of going over the top a little instead of going inside out and collapsing the right side. You know what's funny is when you hear Rory talk about his swing, he says that he's right side dominant. I mean, it's not. Because since I'm getting closer and closer to Rory's swing, I don't necessarily think that I'm right side dominant. In fact, for most of my golf career, it was more the left side that I felt. It's just that it seems that when you're doing the motion that Rory is doing, you have to use the right side. So it's not necessarily, what's very interesting to me is not necessarily some kind of pattern of Rory because of his brain construct or just the way, it's not something like that make him right side dominant. I mean, maybe this is what his brain is, and so his swing kind of construct around that. I don't think so. Just that the way he swing make him have to be more right side dominant because, and I mean, and honestly, I don't even see now that I'm progressing why left side dominant is even a thing. Because the problem is if you pull with the left side, then the kind of since the right hand is is attached to the left hand, then this kind of pulls the right side forward, and you kind of get, that's not really a thing here. Also, it's really difficult to kind of create power with the left side. Well, what I'm thinking here is I'm much more strong because you transfer the momentum from the left leg towards the right arm towards the club. The right side is completely stretched. That means you're just weak. To be honest, it's completely stretched. Where the right side is kind of locked in, so you have a lot of power, you know, to punch, kind of. Where the left side is stretchy, so when you're at the top and you try to do that, you're just in so weak position. I don't even understand. Now that I'm progressing, okay, for me that's just the way it is. You just have to swing like that. Yeah, I'm going to be a anyway. Let's continue. Set that club early, hyperextend that left arm, and let's go. God, the flow of the swing felt very good, very, very good. It's not, I haven't really put a lot of strength into it, it's just that the flow of the overall flow of the swing feels good. Which, this is mainly what I like. I'm looking for at the moment. I just realized that the wind is blowing off the left a lot. Like a lot. So a ball that is going straight and kind of fade out to the right is pretty much just a straight ball or even a draw. I mean, to be able to kind of curve the ball here, I need to pretty much do a hook. So every single one that I've been kind of slightly drawing and thinking, oh, that's a great ball. No, it was a big hook. Funny enough. What I want to say. Okay. Yeah, this one is hook. Okay. Not even close to be straight. Well, I want to try something kind of really big stretch. And then kind of only on the way down during when I'm getting back to my left side, try to kind of stay wide. Feel weird. Okay, I'm able to set the club, but kind of, I don't know. I need to see that on camera though. Might need also to start doing what I was doing before with a camera, but unfortunately since I've kind of rebooted the updated the software, iPhone doesn't work. I don't know why. That sucks. How much? 23? Okay, we still have quite a few balls. Actually, we have 23 balls to be exact. 27, go to 50, 23. Okay, great. Okay. And here I think I'm trying to kind of collapse my right side before actually trying to throw it away, which both can cause leak of power and consistency. Let's try to focus only on the strength during the transition here. Okay. Yeah, much better. I mean, it drew against the wind, so it went high and not very far. But yeah, see, a lot faster. So yeah, I really need to kind of throw that away from me at the top, and then kind of collapse the right side until impact. But the biggest difference, and I told you that, is when it comes to raw speed without when you are talking with the speed stick, for instance, the heavy one is all about the strength at the top. The more strength you can put at the top, the faster you are going to get at impact. At the moment where the speed read. Where with the green one, it's kind of different. It's much more about the speed you have on the way through. Not necessarily the strength at the top. It's more about how much you can keep the lag and accelerate through fast. Because since it's not, because the more heavy it is, the more it's going to pull you that way, and it's going to kind of being difficult to start. And the starting speed is pretty much one of the, because here when you accelerate here and build the lag until you release it, you kind of demultiply the initial speed that you're able to create from the top. But the heavier it is, the less that initial speed, and so that's why you need more to focus on strength at the top to be able to create the initial speed, where with the light one, it's so easy you don't even feel it. You just, as soon as you start down, it accelerates extremely fast. So it's not about that, it's about just acceleration through. And since the driver is kind of in between, that's why overspeed training is kind of interesting, because it allows you to really get fast through, but also get being strong at the top. With you need both. What I want to say. I'm talking, and then I'm relaxing and I'm eating short. As I said, that's okay. That's okay. We are getting back to it. Still chill session. I'm only going to give a little bit more energy after the speed stick, but maybe I don't even need it, to be honest. We'll see, because the speed stick just fired up my nervous system anyway, so might not even need to go after it that hard. Oh, that's a beauty. That's slow, but the flow, the swing, everything felt so great. And also, what I like is I don't know it's because I'm setting my wrist a lot more or what, but the club feel light. So that's a very good feeling, because the thing that I hate the most is kind of when I feel that the clubs just feel heavy. That's horrible. Because here, if it feels that light, almost as light as the green one, normally I should be able to accelerate a lot faster. Just being fast, not strong, just fast. Yep. Here I didn't really try to put more strength, but just accelerate fast. Just be fast. And but that, I mean, it's just different kind of energy. You just have to be able to produce my maximum speed. I need to do both strong and fast. Let's go. So at the moment, between 60 and 70%, I don't put enough energy to be able to do both. I can only do one. That's why, just to be able to do the full sequence, I need to kind of put a little more energy. Let's see, 85%, something like that. Strong and fast. There we go. Strong and fast. Boom! 116. Okay, that's really both. We're focusing too much on strong, not enough on fast. If I just focus on fast, then I'm slow. I need to do both. Strength at the top, and then yeah. The issue is, it's good to be strong backswing, strong transition. Here, that's great that I'm able to keep putting more strength. But strength is slow. Where here, where things start accelerating really, really quickly, I need to be fast. It's no more about strength. I still need, because if I still want to push speed and so on, I still need to kind of be able to produce some force a little bit, because acceleration in the mass times the force, I believe, something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Oh fuck. Forgot my physics class. Anyway, so what I mean by that is to create power, because string pass is more about power, you need both strength and speed. Let's just try to do that. Focus on strength backstring, strength transition, but then this is about strength and speed. Let's go. Okay. Generally, you remember that when I'm talking like that, I'm kind of getting out of energy, relaxing, and so doing a 115 without putting more energy, because here I wasn't focused on 85%. I was kind of getting back to my 60-70%. That's still great. That's still great to, I mean, more 70, 60, no, not that much. Okay, that's pretty great. Pretty great. Pretty great. Let's see if I can be fast, because fast doesn't cost that much energy. Just more difficult to control. Huh, 14.9 again. Dead center on the face. I just say it's difficult to control and nail one. Dead center, boom. 290-yard carry with rain. That's not that bad. Okay, 35. Great. What I like here is I'm really feeling relaxed. That's great. Okay, cool. Drinking the ball water. Let's try something. Yeah, when things kind of get together, that's 114, 115. That's kind of where I am currently. Well, that's great. That's kind of some improvement. Not as great as I would want, but getting back to it after an injury is not that bad. Not that bad. And if I really want one, can I do on demand 117? I know that's a lot, but let's see. Let's see if I can on demand do 117. Ooh, close. You know, that's really kind of a... Now I think I'm getting so accurate with my mind. I kind of almost predict exactly, okay, this is the kind of number that I want to hit, so that's the kind of energy that I need. CQFD. I mean, that's a French expression, so what you had to démontrer. Anyways. Ce qu'il fallait démontrer. Oh, let's chill because now I want to go faster, so it's not the goal. Remember, I have 9 more balls, kind of speed warm up, then speed stick. Let's go. Just want to focus a little bit on the through impact thing here. Because I told you that that's more right side dominant of okay, but you also need to kind of push with the left leg and get the left side out of the way fast enough, because it's kind of, your right side is kind of limited by how fast your left side is getting out of the way. And that's, I think, where people get wrong, is the left side doesn't need to be strong, it needs to be fast. That's why I don't do pull in the gym. I don't even understand why people do. I mean, for golf, I mean, you can work your back if that's something you want to build a big back. But for golf, I don't see any evidence that you actually need to pull something. I'm getting the right side. Here, I'm really driving the right side. This is the right side that needs to be strong, and this is kind of I'm pulling, but it's not like a pulling like that. It's more a benching motion, almost, where I'm using my pec to kind of really drive that right side through here. So that's the pec that is a lot at work, not my back. Whereas the left side is more okay, get out of the way as fast as possible so the right side can accelerate as fast as possible. Because if the left side is there and I'm kind of trying to accelerate, but my left side is kind of resisting in some way, it's not getting out of the way fast enough, then it's kind of preventing me from getting my max speed. I mean, that's kind of some deeper consideration, advanced stuff, but yeah, for me, when I see a kind of golfer doing some heavy pull, I don't understand. Why are you doing that? If that's for bodybuilding, fine, but that's not golf related at all. And the only issue is that if I get my left side out of the way too quick and my right side doesn't catch up fast enough, I'm going to close the club face. That's pretty much a consequence of getting the left side out of the way too fast. That's why also it's kind of tricky. I want to get the left side out of the way, but almost as fast, not really as fast as possible, but as fast as the right side is going through. That's a subtle thing, let's say. Yeah, and here now I start getting left side dominant. That's really weird. And for me, since I'm coming from a left side dominant swing, maybe I should not focus too much on the left side, just focus really strong and all the way until probably for my case, the left side is not an issue. Maybe kind of what I'm thinking here. Or is it? I don't know. I'm overthinking probably. It's just maybe all the way until impact. I need to kind of drive with the right side. It's kind of at impact, kind of getting the left side out of the way at impact, not before. Maybe that's kind of that's a really subtle thing to time. Yeah. Definitively help with closing the club face though, because I've been doing some kind of pushy area, pushy stuff, and here pulling the left side over, help with closing the club face. And just something to keep in mind. Okay, 5 more balls and then start doing serious stuff. Shitty swing. Yeah, I start feeling that the energy is dropping. Yeah, that's more ball that I've been eating recently, so need to keep that in mind. Probably won't do maybe 20 ball max after the speed stick. I think that's kind of what I'm going to go for here. Okay, this one was probably straight, it's just the wind took it. Yeah, I start dropping. Okay. That's really kind of chill golf course speed here, which is great. It's thinking that now I'm 12.6 miles per hour chill swing. Yeah, I mean chill swing is somewhere between 12.5. Just means that now I'm comfortably like swinging between 110 and 115 on the golf course without even really trying. And that's some positive, you know. Because whether or not I reach my goal by the end of the year, I'll do my best. But at least I think I will at least reach the point where I think 117.5, like 5 more miles per hour, will be that level of energy. I think by the end of the year. So that's great. That's not the goal of 120. Like what I would want is kind of averaging 125.2, chilling like this. But that's still 10 miles. I mean, maybe I can, but we'll see. At least I think 115.7, which is more than above the PGA Tour average, which is more than acceptable. And as I said, that's really chill here. I'm not even trying. So probably on actual good day when I'm feeling great, my average will be more about 120, 122, which is exact. As I said, if I can on day where I'm crushing it 125, and on day where I'm really kind of flappy and so on 120, that's amazing. And today is kind of a day of I'm a little bit flappy and so on, and I'm swinging 112 without really trying. So let's try a flappy swing just to see how that goes. Okay, that's a little slower than I thought. Yeah, that's a flappy. That's what I call a flappy swing. It's like that's almost difficult to swing slower than that. That's maybe 55% energy. So I mean, I'm far from 120 swinging with that level of energy and be able to do 120. I think that's probably not possible. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Because yeah, it's almost like I still have 10 more miles per hour to gain. Okay, we're already at 50. Moving on to the speed stick. Yeah, because it's like at the moment, if I really get it, I know I can reach 120, and since my goal is 130, and I'm kind of cruising between 110 and 115. Yeah, it just means that that's pretty much 10 miles per hour. I'm at the moment, that's what I'm looking for. Where yeah, because my goal is to get between 120 and 125, and now I'm between 110 and 115, so that's pretty much the range. I'm 10 miles per hour. My range is 10 miles per hour between my target and my current state, and my max speed is 10 miles per hour. So yeah, I mean we are halfway point of the year, a little shorter than that. We have more than half, and I still have 10 miles per hour. I don't know how's that gonna go. We'll see. But what I'm thinking is 5 more miles. I think it's really, really doable. 7 probably as well. 10, I don't know. We'll see that. We'll see about that. I mean, that's completely useless to start speculating. We'll see when we get there. And I mean, in a way, regardless what I'm heading up at the end of this year, I will have done the work and build the momentum, and next year I will keep working on it. So slowly I will get to that final goal anyway. That's just my anxiety inside me of not reaching my goals that is talking, right? Don't worry about that. Anyway, so speed stick, boom, get out of the way. Up. So if we can reach somewhere, I would say 130. I don't want to kind of push to a new PB with a green stick, but 130 could be great. I don't know. 125 will be insane. Yeah, 125 with the blue will be insane. And the insane part with the red would be 120, but I'm not thinking I'm going there. Anyway, let's start. Oh, that's slow. Oh, I felt so slow. Okay, I'm gonna have to kind of get to it a little here. Oh, that's so slow. Wow. Yeah, I think that's because I'm not throwing the club back here. I'm really setting it, and so I kind of struggle because I was using a lot the momentum of the club on the way back, and here I'm kind of restraining it a little. So that's weird. Wow. Okay. Definitely I need a warm-up. Probably that's the thing. I think I've been chilling down too much for the first 50 balls, and then my nervous system is kind of completely chill here. So I need to kind of activate all of that. Also, yeah, now I'm thinking about it, I was too focused on the top and not on the way through enough. I need to kind of think about that as well, the right part of the motion for the right stick. That's really important. So this one is pretty much everything, just the overall flow of the swing. Okay, see, I mean, first swing with the green one was as fast as this one, so that's ridiculous. Wow, that's slow. Because I'm not able to hit my left leg as hard as I'm. Yes, probably because since I'm not carrying enough momentum, then I'm not able to activate my left leg enough. So I need to be more aggressive with my left leg here. Okay. Yeah, but when I do that, I kind of feel that my left arm is kind of not flexing a little. I need to be able to do things right. I mean, that's probably just a big stretch of the left arm. We need to figure that out. Okay, we also red. Okay. 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 Yeah, I think I need to stay within the technique here because I start deviating just because I can't do it. That's probably exactly why I need to stick with it. I need to stick with the exact same technique and try to just generate more speed. Okay, it's fine if I'm slower for now, but stick with the same technique. The technique you're doing with your driver, okay? That's important. Okay, that's okay. See, if I'm slow, we'll get there eventually. I'm going to get faster and faster through that motion. As long as it's, because if I'm getting faster with the motion, this is not the motion of the driver, that's useless work. Okay, so let's get back to it. I need to use the same exact technique I'm using with the driver and let the work of the speed stick, light, heavy and stuff, make its magic. That's what I want to say. Same exact technique. I've been hitting so many balls, 50 balls, that's enough for me to really feel my technique. Stick with it and just let the speed stick training do its magic, okay? There we go. You see? Just let the speed stick stuff do its magic. That's what's going to get me to 130. Okay, great. Okay, I'm fine. That's way faster than when I started. Just now, all these kind of getting activities, so that's great. And we still have one run to go. That's good, that's good. Okay, great. Okay, great. That's fine, that's fine. That's some good work. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do a great motion on the way down. It's just it felt awful. That's just that. Okay. Okay, 122. Fine. I got 122.4, that was the best. That's okay. That's somewhat of the technique, just feel it. Ah, fuck you. I think I can't remove it. Yeah, I can't. Ah, fuck. It's going to fuck up the average. Anyway. Okay, great. That's a good one. Yeah, well, one more. And what I like here is since I haven't changed the technique compared to last time, I haven't found new stuff. It's just that I stick to the same technique, just trying to get faster. Then when I get back to the driver, I think we can get some decent number. Okay, we're all good. Okay, one last with the green. We're all good. Okay, fella could be faster. Okay. We'll get there. Focus on fast. Yes, that's the thing I forgot. There we go. Fast. 130, let's go. Okay, great, that's not that bad. That started absolutely awful, but eventually that ended up not so horrible. 120 swing with a green stick really means that my body was completely deactivated. And I think those chill swings that I did at the beginning are kind of too chill. Okay, here we go. Boink. There we go. Marcus, you stay there. Yeah. If you don't remember, this is Marcus, okay? Say hi to Marcus. Okay, great. Now moving on to the driver. To the speed. So we have 20 balls. 20 balls. Yes, that's ball. And tags. The speed. Let's go. Okay, let's see. Somewhat the same intensity as the speed stick. Oh. That feels weird. Have you seen the club head is kind of moving differently in the swing? I need kind of a little bit of adaptation, but Okay. I'm not really going that hard here. Yeah. And I don't really feel the same thing that I'm feeling with the speed sticks. That's something also. Okay, here we go. Here I felt a little more like the speed stick, which make some more coherent number. Yeah, I felt a lot more of the stretch here. This one less. Kind of got a little too relaxed on this one. I think we can do 115 alright. It's just that I need to kind of let's go. And we're 15.2. Okay. But I need to get after it a little. Nope. Huh? There we go. Plus 16. I really start feeling my right side collapsing on the way down. That's really great. Fast. Here we go. And it's really a different stretching in the body when I'm going after it a little. Just I'm able to produce more force and speed all the way down. That's a very interesting feeling that I kind of got with the speed stick. I didn't change the technique, it's just that I felt when I was going really hard after it, this some stretch going on with my upper and lower body, which I didn't felt until now. And so I tried to kind of recreate the same stretch here, which seems to generate a little more speed as well. It feels weak, but it generates more speed, so that's interesting. That was slow. Oh yeah, I didn't feel that slow, that's why I'm surprised. Okay, fine. Anyway, 115.5. So. On the opposite of usually, when I have a target like 115 for instance, I'm trying to make everything 116 just to make sure I'm above the target. Here I don't want to push too hard, that's why I'm kind of in between two things. I'm trying to not push too hard, but if I'm not pushing hard enough, I'm not getting the number, so I try to push a little harder, but not too much. that's why it's kind of a little bit all over the place here. As long as I'm getting somewhere close to 115 for the session here, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be happy. There we go, 115. Hop. But I start feeling a little bit of my back because the stretch kind of gets my back a little bit under tension. That's great. Let's try a speed stick feeling. Same as a heavy one, let's say. the heavy one is slightly heavy than the driver, so that's normal that I'm getting slightly faster than the speed. That's really what I'm looking for here. Always having the driver slightly faster than the heavy one. It means that I'm swinging the exact same motion. So as I'm getting faster and faster with the heavy one, I'm going to get faster and faster, because that's something I've already told you in the past is I kind of in the previous year when I was training with the speed stick, I was able to get the heavy one above 120. But since the motion was totally different than the one I was doing with the driver, when I was taking the driver, I was barely doing 114, 115 all out. So that was something very weird that I thought there is an issue here. Why with a club that is heavier, I'm getting faster than my normal drive? That doesn't make any sense. And here what I'm happy about is I see that, okay, when I give the same level of energy than the red, which is heavier than the driver, I'm getting faster with my driver than the red one, which makes more sense, you know. It just means that I'm producing the same motion, and so with the speed stick, I'm teaching my brain to move faster through the motion that I'm going to be using, which makes more sense. That's why I don't understand why people are saying, no, just forget about the technique when you speed stick, just go all out. Yeah, but then you still need to figure out how to swing it with the driver. So don't worry about that, you figure out. No! There is some people that, yes, because they're kind of swinging unconsciously, they don't have a clue of what they are doing, and so kind of swinging really fast. It's not that they are... It's just, as I told you in the past, there is people that are body aware and people that are club aware. When you have somebody that is club aware, they are kind of moving their body subconsciously, but to get the club in the right place. And so telling them to not focus on the technique and just going after it, they kind of know subconsciously how to... They will move, what I mean by that is they will move roughly the same way that they're moving with their normal swing, because they don't really think about that much. But they will feel the club, and so the club with the speed stick, after a little bit of training, will be almost, they will be swinging it almost exactly the same as the driver, just because they feel the club. I don't feel the club. I feel my body, and so if I just swing as hard as I can with the speed stick, as I told you, since the speed stick, I don't have the same, it's not that I don't feel the club, it's just that I feel the club, the effect that the club have on me. What I mean by that is, here you see that the club face is moving that way, where here it's just the mass of the club with the speed stick is kind of centered around the shaft, which in the swing have totally different motion. And so if I'm not careful, I'm going to create different motion for every stick in order to optimize for maximum speed, which then make it impossible for me to kind of know how to swing faster with that. That's just each person is different, and you need to approach the speed stick training differently. That's just what I want to say. Anyway, let's try again. Same sensations as the speed stick in terms of power output. Okay, I've been talking a lot, so that's normal that I kind of went down a little bit on energy. Okay, we are 10 ball, halfway point, 15.6. So we are good, we are good. We are good to go. So I'm missing left. Very good. I'm not. Okay. I'm not accelerating fast enough, maybe. Start feeling my back. Yeah, there is still some stiff point. Okay. Okay, I've kind of fixed direction issue, but still slower. So. It's like really I have two gears. Either I'm swinging kind of a chill and I'm between like 114, 115, and then if I just get to the second gear, boom, 116, 117. Yeah, if I get to the second gear, how that look? Yep. 116, 117 is pretty much the second gear. And then I have the third gear, which probably is going to get me somewhere in 118, 119 maybe. I don't really want to do it because it's going to. And then probably I have the fourth gear, which get me to somewhere 120. And then the fifth gear, which probably is going to be my max out, probably 120, 123, something like that. So let's see what the third gear is, which should put me somewhere 118, 119. So let's see third gear. Yeah, almost 118. Let's see, fourth gear should be close to 120. I know. For the fourth gear, I can't really do it on the own. I really need probably to get after it, get my heart rate elevated. I think, yeah, that's kind of difficult to get. And also, I don't really, I probably, here I'm reaching the point where my subconscious say, don't do it more. Don't go further than that. It can be dangerous. Your back is not healed yet. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Oh. Sorry. Yes? Ça va? Ça va, ça va? Non, 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 non. Ok. D'accord. Ok, pas ok, pas de soucis. Bon, si je veux, je vous ferai un petit coucou et après on reprendra la route, quoi. Ah, d'accord. Ok. D'accord. Pas de soucis, pas de soucis. Bon. À demain, bisous. It's like my family is they are going on vacation, and so they are kind of getting to say hi. Not just that, say hi. Anyway, so that's what I don't want to do. Now I'm getting back a little bit further. I don't want to push speed at the moment. That's not something I need to do, and I already started feeling my back getting stiff because of it. So that was a mistake. Let's get back to the first gear here. Let's still try to go above 115. Okay. Yeah, first gear is definitively low. Probably here I reach the zero gear. Anyway, we are 16 shot, we are 15.5. Okay, that's great. This one is kind of offloading the mistake that I made. Okay, so I need to still get the second gear. So yeah, this is that. Yeah, maybe I was wrong for the gears. Anyway, we'll see. That's not really important here. Here we go. Here I'm kind of going into the downswing too quickly without creating the force that I need at the top. My upper back starts getting stiff. Okay, yeah, that's too much. That's my limit. But that's okay. It's getting stiff only at the end, so that's great. Means that I still have a lot of room. Yeah. So let's try to get a little bit stronger during the transition before getting fast. Yeah, much better. Okay, that's slow, but the flow of the swing feels much better. I was focused too much on the technique, no, on the speed. A little bit of energy. That's okay. Two more to go. Yeah, Bowie. Yeah, I'm crushing down. Okay, 15.3 average. Let's try to save the day. Last one. Let's try to make 115 for the last one, okay? 115. Let's do it. Feeling of the speed stick. Yes, that's what I thought. Should do it, but that was kind of miss it completely hilly. Anyway, 15 more things. That's the exact same number that we ended up on last session, so that's great. Then we got back some decent number, almost 118 max number, so that's great. But that wasn't really a good thing though. I should have stayed more relaxed. That's a little bit too much for a reactivation week. Anyway. I'm going to relax and enjoy the evening. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow for the gym workout, where we are going to do, because as you saw on the yesterday's workout, I'm kind of doing a lot of extra exercise, which are going to come handy later on when we are working on speed and power. Because speed and power in the gym, it's a lot of technique. And so, to be able to work on speed and power, you need a lot of exercise that are very technical. And so, before you can actually push your max to give your best during those exercises, you need to master first the technique. So that's why I'm starting working on the technique now. Tomorrow is sprinting, and Sunday is going to be jumping. So the three main things that are important to generate power is Olympic lift, sprinting, jumping. That's the main three things that you need to work on, because each kind of work on different stuff, but all complement each other pretty well. Also, there are kind of some funky stuff with, as you saw, the muscle ups. There is going to be some kick flip, back flip as well. I don't know how well that's gonna go, but I'm going to try my best. That's going to be fun. And yeah, and some other funny stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.